Hi, welcome to my presentation. My name is Yunfei, a first-year PhD student from University of Bologna. My supervisor is Professor Sangiorgi and Dr. Tatarani. To be honest, I'm very happy to join the summer school in this September of 2022. For me, I think it is absolutely a great opportunity to know some outstanding professors and excellent younger researchers to share and exchange our research ideas in the research field of sustainable payments and road materials. It would be very interesting to me. So now I'm going to introduce my research work. The topic is waste cigarette filters as fibers in asphalt mixtures. The introduction. When it comes to the cigarettes or tobacco, most of people are more concerned about the healthy problems of women. So the disposal of cigarette butter is usually ignored. So from the two graphs showed in this slide, we can say that the increasing speed of the number of smokers in the world decreased. So did the global consumption of cigarettes. I guess it's because nowadays more and more people get to know more about the harmful and bad effects of taking cigarettes. But the truth is, the total number is still maintained at an extremely high level. So the global burden of cigarettes is still a very serious issue. In this way, a huge amount of cigarette butts will be produced year by year. According to the report, 1.2 million tons of cigarette butts produced every single year. So this should be gain much more attention than it used to. Then the problems of disposing of this kind of material are unavoidable. So about the disposal, four data showed in this slide. To summarize, in short, there are something about the poor awareness of smoking people, higher amounts of cigarette butts discarded randomly, slow speed of degradation, and higher contents of toxic chemicals, around 7,000 chemicals inside. So these all problems increase the challenges of disposal of cigarette butts and bring many environmental problems. So how to deal with this situation? I think reusing or recycling them could be a good way because from some studies it's found that this kind of waste material, the cigarette butt contains a kind of fiber is called cellulose acetate fiber. So it gives us the idea of using the possibility of using them in some kind of construction materials, including the bituminous mixtures. So in this introduction, we also discussed the application of fibers in asphalt mixtures. Normally, two main functions of using fibers in asphalt mixtures, working as stabilizer, working as a kind of reinforcing agent. In this slide, three main categories of fibers are listed. They are natural fibers, synthetic fibers, and waste fibers, fibers from waste materials or byproducts, which includes the cigarette butt or filters I introduced before. So the objective of this study to find an environmental friendly alternative to the disposal of cigarette butts. This research aimed to evaluate the recycling of waste electronic cigarette filters in asphalt mixtures as fibers. Before introducing the materials and the experiments, I think it's necessary to introduce the details of waste electronic cigarette filters. To make a good understanding of what they are composed of, one single cigarette filter is separated. From the picture here, we can see that there are stainless fibers, plastic, tobacco ash, and some papers inside. And the picture below shows the percentage, the weight percentage of each type of material. Before adding the cigarette filters into the asphalt mixtures, they were processed using the shredding machine in our lab. Then the particles below 10 millimeters were obtained working as waste fibers in our research. Then materials. Polymer modified bitumen aggregates with SMA gradation. Fibers, apart from the shredded with electronic filters, cellulose fibers were selected as the reference. About the experiments, the drain-down tests were conducted to determine the dosage of waste C-grade filters, and then other physical and mechanical tests include air void content, ATS, ATSM, and ATSR. They are all conducted on the two SMA samples. Then the obtained results and our discussion. According to the drain-down results, we can say that both dosages showed very good bitumen absorption properties. So 0.4% was selected in this research because in this way we can recycle more C-grade filters. Then this one is about air void content. According to this table, you can find that 2.7% for cellulose fibers and 2.4% for with electronic C-grade filters. It's very clear that two different SMA samples showed very similar workability and compactability properties. Then it's about the mechanical properties. The stiffness modulus was tested under three temperatures, 10, 20, and 30 Celsius degrees. From the graph on the left, we can say that at the same temperature, the SMA with using cellulose fibers showed a little higher value, but the difference between them is not so significant. And also the equation on the right graph is the relationship between the ATSM and the temperature. And among them, the parameter alpha represents the thermal sensitivity of material. By comparison of this parameter, we find that they are very similar to each other. Then it's ATS and ATSR results. From the ATS results, we can find that both two samples satisfied the technical specification because their ATS value is higher than 0.9 MPa. Then we also find that the SMA with using cellulose fibers has a higher value, showing much better cohesion properties. Then ATSR, the water susceptibility. We both found that both mixtures satisfied the technical specification because their ATSR value is larger than 25%. And then we find that the mixture with using with electronic C-grade filters has a higher ATSR value. It's meaning lower water susceptibility. I think it could be the other components inside the C-grade filter caused this kind of result. Then conclusions and our future work is discussed in this page. According to the obtained results, we concluded that using the waste electronic C-grade filters in SMA mixtures can be considered as a promising alternative for replacing cellulose fibers and avoiding the disposal of C-grade bars. Then about our future work, my idea is based on our current work. We are going to investigate the powders, the effect of powders inside with the electronic filters on the stiffness or rheological properties of bitumen. Also, the possibility of using with C-grade butters in rough materials and cold mix is worth to be explored. Here is my presentation. Thanks for your attention. Bye.